My many apologies to my students. I hope you do not get confused by this. I pressed the wrong button on my keyboard. So I must break this up into 2 videos. We're going to do 3 more problems. That's all. So it's not another 12-minute video. It should be a little bit shorter. Okay? So here's the problem we're looking at now. It's still solving a radical equation. X minus 6 equals radical x. Now, notice the radical is by itself. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. Now, there is a hidden 2 right there, right? That's a square root. So we're going to raise both sides to the squared power, the second power. And notice I put the whole left side in parentheses. Now, this is one of those weird ones because you have x on both sides. Let's take this over here. Remember what x minus 6 squared really is. It's really x minus 6 times x minus 6. That's what it really is. So we need to FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. And then let's simplify here. X squared minus 12x plus 36. That's what goes on the left side here. X squared minus 12x plus 36. On the right side, the square root and the squared cancel, and there's your x. Now, when you have all these x's, move everything to one side. X squared minus 13x plus 36 equals 0. These cancel. And now we have our quadratic where we can create our 2 sets of parentheses. First common factor, no a, so no common factor. C is positive. That means the same sign. So then we look to B, and that tells us what those same signs will be. Minus and minus. And we look at x and x to get x squared, and 36 is our number. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 5, no, 6 and 6, and we're done. Now we want a sum of 13 because the signs are the same. That's 4 and 9. Doesn't matter which one goes where. And because this equation set equal to 0, we set each of these equal to 0 to solve. So we have x minus 9 equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. Add 9 to both sides on the first one. X equals 9. Add 4 both sides to the second one. X equals 4. So here are our 2 supposed answers, 9 and 4. But we are not done yet. We must check. We must plug our numbers in to see if it works. So I will plug in 9 first. 9 minus 6 equals the square root of 9. So my x's became 9s. This is 3 equals 3. That checks out good. Check the other one. 4 minus 6 equals the square root of 4. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Square root of 4 is positive 2. They are not equal. So we do not put a box around that. We cross off x equals 4. So this problem only has one answer. Even though we got 2, it only has one. X equals 9. So this is the harder of the solving radical equations problem. Okay, here are our last 2 problems. We're going to graph these 2 equations. One's a cube root and one is a square root. So let's look at the cube root first. So A says f of x equals negative the cube root of x plus 2. So the first thing you need to know is what the shifting is. Now this right here, remember, I'll just write the general. Y or f of x, it doesn't matter. Y equals a x minus h plus k. Right? And it's cubed or it's squared. It doesn't matter. But h is inside, k is outside. So this 2 is inside the radical. So that's h. So remember, h is always opposite. So a plus 2 you would think means to the right, but a plus 2 means to the left 2. Okay? So I'll put it right underneath that. It means left 2. So your graph is going to shift to the left. So that point 0, 0, there is no k, so it's not moving up or down. It's going to shift to the left 2. Negative 2, 0. And there's my first point. And I'll go ahead and graph that. I'll use blue. Negative 2, 0. There's that point. And now we look at this negative symbol right there. That negative symbol for a cube root means that the right side is going to be down. So our right side is down. So when I graph this, remember the cube root is just like 2 square roots put together. I'm going to draw the right side down. That means my left side goes up. And there's my graph. Again, it's like two square roots put together. So now I need the domain and range. Okay, that's all I need for the graph. Well, what's nice about the cube root is because of these arrows going off in both directions, your domain and range is all real numbers. So you just write all real numbers, all real numbers. So those are the nice domain and range for the cube root. Now if we move over here to our square root friend, alright, here now we have to look at a number inside and a number outside. We have an h and a k. So this h you would think means to the right one, but it means to the left one. This k, you do what it says. -4 means down 4. So the point 0, 0 now moves to the left one and down 4. And there's our new point. -1, -4. There is no a, so we open up. So just draw a curve opening up. That's it, just like that. And there's your square root graph. Now, with a square root graph, the domain and range are different, right? Because you have certain x and y values. There is no, this part of the graph's empty, right? So we need to find the first x value, the leftmost x value. So we go, there it is right here. That is an x value of -1, and it goes greater than. So your domain is x is greater than or equal to -1. The range is the y's, and that's down to up. So we start down. Here is our lowest y value, and that's at 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. And it goes up. So your range is y is greater than or equal to -4. And there's a graph of a cube root and a square root function. Again, I apologize for the two videos. Hopefully you got them both, and we will see you in class on Thursday prepared for this quiz. Alright, see you later.